Alright, hey, what's up guys? I actually made this 2 days ago, at least the sliders. It's called How to Effectively Start Your E-commerce Brand or Business. If I'm being honest, this is pretty simple, but not everybody knows this, so let's just dive right into it. This is gonna be a little bit longer than usual, this video, because e-commerce is a process, and you gotta trust the process. So let's just jump in it. Alright, best way to find winning products. At least in my experience, I would always recommend starting with the big problem. Like try to find the problem and then find the product that solves that problem. So you find the problem and you find the solution. You know, for example, let's just take weight loss for example. You know, people that are trying to lose weight, try to find products to cater to those people. You know, and find where those people hang out, both online and offline. You know, and just start testing and running ads to that audience. And like before you know it, you will actually just found your perfect audience. You got a good product. The product doesn't really matter because people are buying results. So don't go crazy and just go into AliExpress and just finding all these crappy ass products. It's okay to start with just 1 or 2 products, you know. Alright, but first of all, like I said, you gotta understand your market. So you gotta understand the problem. Like for example, the health, like people that are trying to lose weight. You try to find the right audience and you read about their struggles on, read about their struggles on like platforms like Reddit and Facebook groups. You know, it's really important to test different advertising angles and refining the ad copy, you know, so you always gotta keep, always gotta be on your toes when trying to understand your market, because you gotta be able to test different strategies, different ad sets, different ad creatives, and just, yeah, that's it. Let's move on. All right, then we come down to sales and marketing. So try to use some like type of upsell by telling a story, you know. Try to get some people to actually use your product, get testimonials, and tell a story about how your product changed their life or something like that. That's the best way to get other people interested in a project or a product, you know. So like I said before, find people on Reddit or Facebook groups that have that problem, that are trying to lose weight, and just tailor your ads to them. Don't be trying to focus on everybody, because if you're gonna be doing dropshipping, you can't do that because you are just focusing on like impulsive buyers or engaged shoppers. So yeah, I don't really like the dropshipping aspect because you can't build an audience or it's hard to build audience when you're just selling shitty products. You know, you gotta know your shit. And I suggest using micro and macro influencers and using affiliate marketing links to boost your sales and just get exposure for a brand. You gotta be able to create a brand around this. Like that's the goal in the end, you know. You just test products for the problem. Once you find the winning product, try to create a brand around it and actually just let the product build the brand, you know. It's pretty simple. Like once you get this just in your head, you know, just watch it 2 times over and you will figure it out, man. And just creative marketing. Don't do what other people do, man. Just have fun with it, man. You can try different ad sets. Maybe have 3 different ad sets, you know. So one that's proven, maybe steal some from some big competitor or whatever. And then do 2 of your own. One you create yourself, maybe with a video, and one you create yourself with just a photo or a testimonial or whatever. And just test these 3 strategies. And yeah, that's how you should start, because then you can actually, and you gotta be able to document everything you're doing. So you gotta have the analytics, you gotta have the backend in place, you gotta have these types of like, you gotta have the numbers, you gotta know what you're testing, because if you're just testing and not writing anything down, how did you, like, what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. So, and I would always recommend building a community around. Like that's why it's so easy to build a community around a problem. So build a community about losing weight, so people can actually be talking to each other. And just, I was actually talking to one guy like yesterday. We had a meetup here in Kuala Lumpur, and he was actually telling me about, he started a Facebook group, and he hadn't even posted one post, but the people in the group, he has around 500 people now. They are just talking to each other. You don't even need to plug your products yet. Just try to build a community around that problem, and then boom, you can sell them some products, man. Because you've gained trust. People think they are talking to somebody. You just build trust within the community. And building a community is a key factor when outlasting competitors, and especially for potential exits. At least that's my 2 cents. So let's keep on. It's kind of hard to have this. I don't know, man. All right. Yeah, it's really important, to build, when you find the winning product, you found the big problem, you found the solution, and it's really important to build systems and teams around that, around the back end and the front end, and just building a team that has a strong mindset. And you have the SOPs, the standard operation procedures, to build effective system, to actually be able to scale, And what I would recommend, starting with hiring, the most important roles are operation manager, media buyer, and customer service. Customer service is a must-have, because you can't be answering emails all day long. Believe me, bro. It can get kind of hectic, especially if you're doing dropshipping, man. It's crazy. So I would recommend just doing onboarding calls or videos to guide team members. Don't just hire them. You gotta be able to actually onboard them and tell them what they should be doing, how they should be doing it. And that's really important, especially if you want to do this successfully and don't be wasting any money. So I would recommend just starting with building the systems and then hiring the teams, so you don't waste money. I've done this before and I wasted money. And I've done this before and I got a system and I got a team in place. So, learn from my mistakes. And I feel like I should mention also, it's really important to replicate successful processes. If something is working, for example, let's say you're getting 5 ROI on one of your products or services, use what's working there for other products, so you can actually be successfully scaling your brand, your products. That's really important to basically replicate successful processes for scaling. All right, products and branding. If you want to go, I would always recommend just testing the products first. You don't have to order samples of every single product you try to sell. Just try. If you want to do it, that's fine, that's better, because it's really important to quality test the products before scaling. But I would always recommend just checking out if it's a hit or a miss, because you can always refund the people or whatever. So it's really important to do the quality testing before you scale. So if you have, let's say, a winning product, you're getting some sales, you're getting some ROIs, that's good. But before scaling, I would always recommend having the product in your hand and just being able to check it out, test it maybe for a few days, see if it works, maybe give it to your family member or a girlfriend or whatever, and just have them wait it out, try it out, whatever. So, and you build a brand through the product, and you create a memorable customer experience through the product, And that's how you build a brand. You basically let the product build the brand. So, that's, I don't know, I love branding, man. My take on branding is the branding is the best salesman you can have. And for example, brands are selling $3 ice items for $49, bro, due to effective branding. Take Gucci or Louis V, for example. It's just basic t-shirts, bro. And they are just selling them for thousands and thousands and thousands of bucks, man. And they are just, I don't know, we are staying here in Kuala Lumpur, I almost see a Gucci or Louis V store on every fucking street corner, bro. What the fuck? You know, it's crazy, man. I'm not like into the materialistic things, you know, because I like cool things, but you know, when it comes to clothing, I started my first clothing brand in 2016. So I know about quality of clothing, and I was actually using some of the suppliers these guys are supposedly be using. So, you know, in the end, it's just a $3 t-shirt with a logo on it. You know, it's not that fucking complicated. So let's talk about a little bit about long-term growth and the mindset strategy like for long-term success. So key strategies for long-term success is building a community. Building a community around your brand. Like that's the most important part, especially in these types of days, because people are finding it harder and harder to trust everything. So if you have a community around the product, people can actually just jump in the community, ask about the product, ask about the founders, and boom, you got a sale. Easy money. Let other people do the work. And it's also really important for long-term success, it's the back end. The back end is the most important part. It's good if you know sales and marketing, that's good, but do you know the back end? Do you know CRM, emails, SMS, retargeting? Do you know the fulfillment? Do you have a good supplier? Do you have good connections with your supplier? Do you have good connections with your team? Like all of that, and especially like the email marketing after, if people add to cart, the email flows, we mostly use Klaviyo when we're doing these types of things. But I would say that would be the most important part, the back end. You gotta have the back end in the right place before you scale. So, and also like if you want to like, especially the mindset. The mindset is everything if you want to become successful. You can watch my last videos where I talk about if you don't change your mindset, don't even bother, bro. Just keep on doing the same shit you're doing, man. Because mindset is everything. Believe me, bro. Mindset is everything. I promise you. So, and also like if you have a good mindset, it's really important to help your team achieve their dreams and sharing a common vision. So let me like talk to you a little bit about that. It's actually really important to help your team have the same mindset as you and ask them what their goals are, what their dreams are. For example, maybe they want to start their own brand someday. Then actually help them achieve that, you know, make it down the line, ask them if you can help them start something, because maybe they only know the back end and they don't know sales and marketing. And you can actually help them out so it's mutually beneficial, you know. That way you don't have to pay as much for the service and you keep your team happy. And you know, it's a win-win situation, and that's how we roll, bro. Win-win situations, win-win deals, or none at all. All right, this was it for now. I thought it was gonna be longer, but this was it for now. I'm just gonna recap right now. Start with the problem, find the solution. You know, start with the problem, find a community that has that problem, sell them that product, and then build a community around that your product. Build a brand around your product. It's really simple. Just three, 4 steps. Boom. Let's fucking crush it, bro. Kauri out.